Welcome to MQW Driving School, another driving test video. This is the real test I'm trying to show you by going back again, and that way you can see what happened. So we started in the street opposite to the test center. This is a building on your right side, white color one is your test center. You're starting from the 20-mile road, so this is a 20-mile street. If you can see, there are more learners started at the same times, and almost both of them take a right turning. The car in front of you was already failed. If you can see, the red car was coming from the right and he just moved out very quickly. So sometimes people do get fail in the start of the test. So very careful and be patient. So at the end of the road, we're turning right, and that's also going to be your 20-mile road speed limit. If you look straight nearby that building entrance, you will see there is a 20 board show on the right side, so don't miss that board. Or if you look straight down on the floor, there is a circle say 20-mile speed you are entering. So this is where you see these two speed limit signs when you enter right side on that road, because after that, now on the street lights you're not going to see any speed signs again. This is where people get a lot of confusion, that when they go on that road they think it's 30 miles and they drive faster. So make sure this is the 20-mile road and you are going down the hill. This is why you have to be more careful to stay in the second gear, or if you're driving automatic, cover the brake and keep driving on 20 miles and don't go more than 20 miles. Now you're turning left in the street. This street is still a 20-mile speed. This is why there is no new speed limit you see. Now the first mistake, this guy was supposed to turn right and he stayed right throughout and then turn right. So that is a serious mistake of turning right position. So test is already failed here, not keeping the good position. What he's supposed to do that time, that after the lorry, when he overtake the AGV, go back to the left, show the examiner he understand that his driving position is left side while the time he's turning right. He cannot stay right. Imagine when he was turning right and same time he can't see the right street properly and someone coming out of that street. So that is one of the dangerous thing. So that's what potentially it can be wrong in the future. So yeah, all streets are still 20. When you even take the left turning, they're still 20. Normally the examiner try to ask you to pull up on the left side anywhere safe in very start of the test somewhere. That give the opportunity for the examiner to check your ability to driving, that you can drive easily and you can do the moving and stopping easily, so you know all your controls of the car. You have a very good control of your clutch, so you're not going to be like stalling your car much on the roads. So it gives a lot of talking here. So make sure your first move and stop should be very good, because that gives the whole story of your driving. And they're going to do this. They try to give you moving and stopping in 20 roads, 30 roads, 40 roads, uphill, downhill, moving at angles. So different time, different situations, different moving and stopping. So now end of that road, we are turning right. This is where the speed sign change from 20 to 30 miles now. So 20 zone end, 30 start. Can you see now? After the overtake, the driver gone back to the left because he know he cannot stay right lane. So when he did the last right turning, he should have done same like that. After the parked car, go back to the left. Then from left you can turn right. You cannot stay right and turn right. Now this is a T junction. You know that you can't stay right to turn right. You have to stay left to turn right. So the same logic apply when you go from major to minor. Now imagine on this road. If you're going on this road, can you stay in the right lane where the cars are coming from your front and you use that lane for a right turn? No. You can't do this. You have to stay left side and then you take a right turn in the street. Just because of that road, there was no road marking that time. That is why people think is normal to do it. Whether there is a road marking or there is no road marking, you should behave properly in the same way. If you can see, there is a shadow on the dashboard. That's the sat nav. So examiner used the sat nav driving from the start of the test center. This is all sat nav driving going on. These two times when he see the pedestrian, he slow down, he do the eye contact, he look properly, he give them away because they start moving. he looked back properly, he done everything properly, so there was nothing wrong here. So all just he did it good according to the situations. So sometimes situation develops where you have to think by yourself, and how you're going to perform it safely and how you can keep everyone safe, that's more matter. Now 2 lanes are going the left only lanes, 2. So he kept in the left one, he's gonna starting from the left, he's gonna end up left. As he was about to reach the light and the light changed, his car was very slow that time, so he again should have stopped the car rather than give the gas and go. So that's another serious mistake. If your speed is fast and then you reach close to the line, like now you are on a 40-mile road and you're driving fast and then you reach close to the traffic light and light just changed suddenly now, and there is someone at the back of your car and there is a danger you can stop and hit by somebody in the back, then you can think of carry on for the safety reason. But if your car is already traveling just in a 10-mile or less than a 10-mile speed and the light change and you're behind the lines easily, then there is no harm to stop the car. It's not a fast speed which you can't do the hard brake or you can't do the emergency stop or something. Even your emergency stop, they even test you on 20-mile, 30-mile speeds. Now they ask them to take a right turn towards the Halton and Whitkirk. Don't wait for the board to come and then read the board and then decide to change lane. If the examiner is telling you you are going to follow the sign for Halton, Whitkirk, and if the examiner is trying to tell you very early, there is a hint already. He is telling you very early for a reason. Both time he changed the lane so late, last minutes. Again, that is just acceptable just because on that occasion on this student, because he looked properly in his mirror, he looked on shoulders properly on his blind spot on the right side. There was luckily no one was in his right side lane, so he decided to change lanes safely. But what he did, he waited for each board to come so he can read the board, and after read the board then he make his mind, then he do it. Remember, you are traveling in a 40-mile road, you have no time to do this. So if the examiner start telling you that you are going to the right side of the road, or examiner said you're going Halton and Whitkirk, he's telling you early for a reason. Take it like a clue. It's a hint that he wants you to go somewhere on the right. He's telling you in advance so you have enough time to change your line into the right lane. That will save you not to read the board and then carry on. But again, if you're not familiarized with your area, you've never been driven this area before, you're coming from the different cities and doing the test in Leeds and you don't know about it, then take it as a hint. Whenever the examiner have to tell you early before you can see the sign. So let's say I say, can you please so examiner, if we say that you want to go somewhere anytime soon and follow the sign anytime soon for Halton, Whitkirk, Selby, Crossgates, and you can't see the signs, there is a reason he's telling you early. Otherwise he can wait for the sign to come and then say, okay, you see the sign ahead, now follow this thing on the sign. So that means maybe you're going somewhere left and straight, and examiner know that you're already in the left lane, and left lane go left and straight, and now you don't need any reason to change lane, so I can tell you a little bit later as well. But soon I know you're going to go somewhere on the right side, that means I have to tell you more early so you can maybe get more time to plan. So that's my duty as an examiner. You make sense now, yeah? So if you get some names early as possible and you can't see the sign, halfway assume it is something on the right side. That is why they're telling you early. You recently see the guy on the test, he just sees somebody on the left lane and he just try to move out of the line and go back to the lines. So make sure you look properly. He looked properly, that's why it was a bit safe and there was no one there on the right side luckily. But if you're on this kind of dual carriageway and there are some cars parked on the left lane and your right lane is empty, then it's better just move yourself from the left lane to the right lane and then When it's safe, go back to the left lane. Okay, that's the better thing you can do. Now as you can see, he's going back to the metal and car park, so he's gonna use the car park as the maneuver. Examiner asked him to park forward in any of the bay of his choice. His car was already on the left and he still chose the bay on the left. Now just remember, this is a law of physics and chemistry. You have to park like 180 degree. So if you are on the left, you better move your car first from the left lane to the right lane safely by looking properly. Then from the right lane you can take the left box or left bay parking to choose the bay park. Otherwise, if you're already driving on the left side, then try to pick the box from the right side. And then from left side you can take a right side. Now assume from major road into the minor road when you enter, do you keep the car too close to the curb and turn left? No, you have to stay 1 meter away at least. Or sometimes you have to swing before turning, so otherwise your back tire will hit the curb. So same logic, you always stay away from the box and then you can park abruptly. Again, he tried to park up, he tried to adjust, but still it wasn't that so bad. It was a little bit on the left side. So again, it was at least another minor for him, but not a good parking. So after the car park is going to be a little bit new things which the examiners start doing it now. So they used to take a left turn from this traffic light and continue straight. Now what they have done is going to be a left turn from this traffic light, and after this left turn they ask him to take a right turn, which is a one-way street. Just because of that one-way street is not very physically, you can see very early, but this zigzag line, that is where you got a right turn, and only take a right turn when no one's coming from straight, and stay close to the zigzag line on the right. Don't stand very middle of the road, so make sure keep a good position before turning. That's a one-way sign, but after that you see the triangle say is a two-way from here, so you still expect somebody coming from this way now, from two-way. So that street somebody can come as well, so make sure they can join you as well from that side, and this one as well. Now then end of the road we are turning to the left, so it's a one way for a short time, not the whole street is a one way, so make sure don't just keep the wrong position throughout. Now at the end of that road you turn left, that is a 30-mile road, then you continue straight, then they will ask you to take another left turn which will be a 20-mile road. Then you have to make sure you maintain your speed on a 20-mile road throughout. Now end of that road looks very tricky. Is end of the road turn right, then end of the road turn right again. So it's one T-junction about this one, then you take a right turn, then you get another T-junction, you take a right turn again. So don't make that confused early if you heard turn right and turn right. If somebody give you the way, is their choice, you can take a move. There was another moving and stopping, but in front of somebody driveway is not a good idea, so very careful, don't block someone driveway. Now you're going to move off from here, then you're going to use the first exit of the roundabout towards the cross gate. If you already know the roads are splitting into two lanes, you should stay in the left lane and don't stay in the right lane. Satnav was telling you that you're going to take a right turn soon from the roundabout first exit, but you see the parked cars are stopped, so you thought, okay, let me take a right turn, which is nothing wrong. Now see how many problems you created yourself, like maneuvering around with this white car, getting closer to the left car on the black. So that's another serious mistake. You fail again. Then still the Satnav telling you you're going left side of the roundabout first exit, and you end up yourself in the right lane. So now what's going to happen, which is very bad, that you're going to change your lane from right to the left last minute. That's another dangerous maneuver where we have to control you with your steering wheel to make yourself safe maneuver, and that was totally a dangerous thing. Somebody already asked me about this junction. This junction is like a traffic light junction, or you can say it's a roundabout. If you have to go straight, which is street, you'd stay in the right lane. If you see the arrow tell you that left lane is go left only, which is city center. and you keep in the right lane from the start, and you have to go straight in the street. Left side is a dual carriage, right side is a dual carriage, and there's no name of that street. So when you see on the board doesn't say anything about the name of the street. So when you talk about street, think about the 30-mile road. If you're going left and right dual carriageway, you think about 40-mile road. So you stay here, that's the lane, go straight, that's the reason you are here. Then when you go further straight, keep straight first, then look left, then shift in the left lane and keep left lane, mirror signal left and stay in the left lane, and that's how you come in the street straight ahead from the roundabout, and that's 30-mile road. It's going to be another mistake here. There was a lot of parked cars, and again the driver was so close to the parked car. See that meeting situation now, too close to the learner parked car here. That's a clearance mistake, serious, and that's fail again. They're going to be a mini roundabout, continue straight. On this road, there are a lot of time I see that there are some parked car which is halfway stick out on the road. They are not properly parked in the driveway, and the back or front are half on the front, like this red car. So make sure take it like a 1 meter away from the bumper, and if you don't do it, again that's a serious mistake of clearance. Shame who park like that on the driveway, very bad. You're gonna approach to the zebra crossing, then after the zebra crossing you will get to the mini roundabout. This mini roundabout have only two exits, left and right. Even the sat nav say cross the roundabout second exit, or you say right of the roundabout second exit, is the same thing. So keep right mirror signal, stay as close to the white line to the right, keep right, stay close to the paint on the right, and then no need to give signal, just carry on with the right signal, and when the signal about here, cancel it and carry on. Then you get another roundabout which have 4 exits. Sometimes it says go straight to the roundabout, across the roundabout, third exit, or sometimes they say go right side of the roundabout, third exit. It will take you towards the Lidl. I'm sorry, this is not Lidl, that's actually Aldi, so doesn't matter. So that's if you don't know the area, it just take you straight. Is there a little bit shopping center there? If you're going straight, make sure you always keep to the outer circle. This occasion we came to the first exit. Now this is the 20-mile road with the school. Then later on they're going to ask you to take a right turn in the dual carriage. Remember, when you turn right on the dual carriage, you make sure you turn right from the left side of the road of the dual carriage, not from the right. Many people, when they do their test in Leeds, on the way back they do that mistake. When they say you to take a right turn, they take a right turn on the double lines here. Remember, double line is no entry, and there's a blue arrow telling you this is where you need to take a right. When you take a right, you can take any right. You don't have to be the far to the left one. You can take even the first one as well, because if you know there is a hazard, you can take the first right as well rather than the second right. It's a dual carriage, both lanes are going. See now again, last minute lane change, not making a good planning. It happening so many times on the test that you can see there is a car on the left lane and you still want to drive, and when you reach the car close to, and then you want to change the lane to the right suddenly. So again, nothing to do this. again and again, so always make sure do it properly. Again, there's a right turn coming up, so take a right turn from the single line, not from the double line. So carry on straight, then from single line take a right turn, and don't ask where you're going now. Right means right, right after that continue straight. So only look left, that's where the cars are coming from, not the right. Look left, if no one, carry on. And now you're entering in a 20-mile road. They was doing this painting from a long time of the road marking. Now it's very clear road marking and painting, so you easily can tell where you're going. Now on the way back, you're just going ahead. So unfortunately this student did not pass the test in Harehill this occasion. That was 9th of May this year, 2023, but later on we got the date for him in Horsforth. So he went on the Horsforth test center, and then he learned from his mistake. He had another correction lessons. We even came back to the same route as well, so he understand what fault he was doing that time. Half of the thing was just because of nerves, and soon he know he done one mistake in the start of the test or in the middle of the test, he already lose the hope of passing. So all the time he was driving with knowing the result he's failed, so he was not physically putting any effort to show the best of his lesson. He was just trying to just drive back, or actually he want to drive back. So overall, we do the intensive courses in Leeds. We provide you the early test dates in Leeds with your intensive courses. That's the deal. If you fail, we find you another test date quickly within 2 weeks time, and try to give you refresher lessons and give you the correction lessons and take you back to the test center. And if not Harehill, we try the Horsforth. If not Horsforth, we try the Harehill. So these are the 2 test center we try. We do get the people come from all around the UK. So what they do, they book the intensive courses and come to the Leeds city, and they stayed in the Airbnb. We arrange the test date for them in advance. We do all the lessons. When they finish the lesson, soon after the lesson finish, they go back to the driving test, maybe day after the lessons finish or after 1-2 day breaks. And sometimes what people do, they go for lessons first, they do the full course, and when we get the date, they come back again, do some refresher, and then straight away they go for the test. In that procedure, you looking to be pass your driving test within like 2 months time period, roughly from the day of the course you order us. So again, whoever comes to us, there is nobody in the list who is left over to be passed, so they all pass. And thank you for watching our video, and I will try to make some more video for you guys. Stay tuned. Bye.